So first up, as you know, like when we really have to talk about India, there is nothing that is complete without having Ambassador Prasad come and make his introduction. And I would request Dr. Prasad to give his welcome address. Like in fact, for Dr. Prasad, he's been a career foreign service officer. He was in the Gulf region before this, but one of the most accomplished people in the foreign services that you will ever meet. So I think each one of you in this room know about him, one of the most amazing personalities I've met, and I think this couldn't have happened without him. So Dr. Prasad, over to you, please.
Namaskar and good morning to everyone. I'm honored to join this August gathering. Thank you, Mr. Richard Dasher, Director, U.S. Asia Technology Management Center, Dr. Amit Kapoor, Chairman of Institute of Competitiveness, for putting together this wonderful program and timely event at this prestigious Stanford. It's a daunting task to speak in the presence of stellar practitioners, policymakers, and experts on economy from India and also Silicon Valley. But my job is easy, as it's only welcome remarks. A warm welcome to Mr. Vivek Debrai, Chairman, Economic Advisory Council to PM. Sir, we received first lectures in economy from you when we were at Foreign Service Institute in New Delhi, when we joined the service. Mr. Arvind Virmani, member Mr. of Niti Aayog, and colleagues from Government of India, Mr. Pawan Sain and Kunal Kumar. I'm glad to see so many distinguished friends of India with whom I cherish my friendship here in this valley that breathes innovation. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it's a timely event as India elevated itself to become fifth largest economy. As the world looks at India to drive slowing global economy with its resilient economic growth, as India's first budget of Amrit Kal, that is 25 years till 2047, was just presented, and as India took over as the chairman of G20 this year. I'll be very economic on the economics as we have the experts from India to talk about, but would like to take the opportunity to convey why India at this juncture. Youngest nation with about 50% below on the age of 30, and this demographic dividend is likely to go for a few more decades. Fastest growing large economy today, a large human resource pool. We produce about 500,000 engineers a year. A market of mammoth size, 1.35 billion aspiring population, and committed political leadership. There has been continuous and significant improvement in global indices, such as ease of doing business and innovation index in the past few years. India developed into third largest startup ecosystem with fastest turnaround of unicorns, 108. And during the visit of Honorable Minister of Commerce and Industry to Silicon Valley, we launched Startup Setu to give an impetus to collaboration of Indian startups with VCs and startups in Silicon Valley. I am happy to see an increasing collaboration in this regard. Besides the startup culture in India, the startup culture is giving rise to a new breed of entrepreneurs in India. It is no less than a social transformation of the youth. On manufacturing, happy to mention one example that is of interest here. The Apple iPhones, which are designed in California, are being produced in India too, and likely to expand. It's not only attributed to shifting geopolitics, but the recent government policies are attracting high-grade electronics manufacturing. The recent pandemic-induced supply chain disruptions made world realize the dire need for diversifying into multiple sources in supply chain. India fits well into this and is being looked at by several players. global players. They say roti, kabda, and makan. I believe now you have to add a chip to it, someone said. I would like to mention that semiconductors, an industry increasingly becoming critical across the board. It was a learning for me when I was project director of Passport Seva project, a PPP model project with TCS in India. As we were setting up a data center, they said, no, you have to find another center down south for disaster recovery center to mitigate any scope of loss of data, etc. But no, a crucial industry like semiconductors, I see it's only a concentration of fabs in couple of locations. I don't know the industry. I think it has posed huge challenges which we all experienced in the recent past. So though India is currently opted by this particular industry for designing, and maybe we are likely to graduate into packaging and testing, but no, still we are yet to see the fab centers. I strongly feel it's right time to explore India for this purpose. The ecosystem already exists in India, and India is at a stage where it can provide critical inputs what the industry requires, in addition to the productivity-linked incentive scheme that has been announced in 2021, about $10 billion for semiconductor industry. Innovation, technology, and social progress are intertwined. Thanks to technology, expansion of internet, usage of mobile phones for financial transactions, and its quick adaptation in India, now India has one of the largest digital economies in the world, with a digital GDP poised to cross $1 trillion by 2025. Just to mention, there were 2,400 UPI transactions per second last year in India. India-U.S. relations have been growing at a faster pace in the recent times. We have seen meetings at the level of leadership, that is Prime Minister Sri Nagendra Modi ji and President Biden, over 15 times, both virtual and physical, in last 1.5 years. So that shows the intensity of the relations. The relationship is comprehensive, a strategic partnership comprising of security, technology, economic, regional. You all know that we have a quadrilateral group, Quad, that is India, USA, Japan, Australia, and I2U2. That's also a recent formation, India, Israel, and then UAE, US. These are all the initiatives of US. Indo-Pacific Economic Framework. We had the first meeting of trade ministers in Los Angeles a few months back. So these are all the institutional mechanisms which are really intensifying this relationship. Though the US is our largest trade partner, the current level of total trade is about 150 billion. It came down a bit after COVID. Is in no way justifiable if you weigh the complementarities in our economies. Distance is no matter. California, just because we are sitting here, I thought historic relations with California, India had, and this includes the Gadar movement during our freedom struggle, which was launched from a building in San Francisco. We proudly own that now. And farmers in Central Valley, you ask a pistachio king or walnut king, it is an Indian origin farmer. And professionals, like doctors and hospitality sector, sometimes motels are called Patels. So CEOs of global corporates, including Microsoft, Google, Adobe, Micron, etc., and new age venture capitalists. So we are all proud of these achievements by Indian community here, and we appreciate their involvement in India's growth story, and also their role in strengthening India-US relations. Also, I would like to appreciate and thank bodies such as US IBC, US ISPF, Indiaspora, IIT Startups, TIE, and also I think India Dialogue. I just heard it is going to be an annual feature. Their efforts to strengthen this relationship. In conclusion, I would like to refer to the statement by President Biden, very recent one, on Tata-Boeing deal. Just to indicate what is in store for this mutually beneficial relationship, Indo-US. The purchase will support over 1 million jobs across 44 states in the US. This announcement also reflects US-India economic partnership. Together with PM Modi, I look forward to deepening our partnership even further as we continue to confront shared global challenges, creating more secure and prosperous future for all our citizens. I'm sure these deliberations of 2 days on innovation, technology, and development would result in further deepening of this important relationship for global good. I would like to thank once again Mr. Richard Dasher and Dr. Amit Kapoor for organizing this wonderful event and giving me this opportunity. I hope the tradition will continue. Thank you very much. Jai Hind.